Today we are talking about apps, you guys. We are discussing apps, and I am going to be going over the types of apps you need and going over what each one does, all of those things. Now, mind you, if you missed day one and have not been able to go through the replay, one of the things we talked about in day one and in day two is that your marketing budget is an all-in budget, all inclusive for the things that you're going to need: tools, ads, apps, all of those things that you're going to need to utilize for running your online store. Now, this boot camp, we cover Shopify and Wix. I will go ahead and tell you for e-commerce, those are the two major ones that our consumers work with. However, Shopify is the biggest one. And it's the biggest one because one of the major things is apps and tools provided. No one up until this point can compete. And the great thing about these apps and tools is that it affords you the opportunity to build a 6-figure, even 7-figure business for some, without having to hire on what you would pay $5,000 for. You are now having you have an actual team at your disposal, and you're paying $49 for an app a month. So I am going to go through that and show you that. Welcome to everyone who is here. You want to pay close attention. You want to ask questions when we get to that point. You can take notes, but remember that this replay is sent to everyone who has purchased the full bootcamp bundle. So you will receive it later. And here we go. So apps and tools for your store. So guys, remember that if you are not using apps and you're not using them correctly, so you have them, but you're not utilizing them, you're leaving money on the table. And so one of the things that we'll be doing this evening is, for those of you who have purchased the entire bootcamp bundle, you will be able to drop your website links and your social media links in the group me chat so that we can begin to audit those things, because we're going to go to your website and see, are you utilizing lead capture, list capture, lead generating apps? Are you utilizing social proof? And so we're going to go through those things. And so if you are not, you want to make sure that you do that ASAP. It's a huge part of building and growing your sales on your online store. And so what kinds of apps do I need? What do I actually need for my store? And the apps that you need for your store is the following. You need list building. What is that? Excuse me. List building is going to be a pop-up, something that captures emails, phone numbers, so that you can do your SMS, text message marketing, and newsletter marketing. I will tell you, last year, 2020, our newsletters brought us in about $30,000, $30,000 last year. That's from newsletters alone. And so then you have, your SMS marketing. We're not even talking about that. We're talking about just newsletters. So you have to have a way to capture your list, your own list. You think of it in this way. If something happens, a great example would be in April, business slowed down on the side of ads for us, because if you don't know, there's a big update with iOS 14 where, they're allowing users to opt out of being targeted. Well, that's a big problem for business owners. It affects you. It affects me when we're placing our ads, because now we don't have the opportunity to target people according to their interests. So that's affecting businesses all around, big and small. Okay. So when those kinds of things happen, you have to depend on your newsletters, your list. If you woke up and did not have an opportunity to run ads, if you did not have a social media page, have you built a list where you can connect with your consumers? Okay. That's important. Understanding customer behaviors. That's very, very important in the beginning. Understanding customer behaviors is very important. Now, I'm going to show you some apps that will assist with this. You don't need these apps for, the entire, you don't need them for months and months at a time. You only need them for about 30 to 60 days. A lot of them offer free trials. And so what it does is it affords you the opportunity to see what your visitors are doing when they come to your website. It's going to show you if people are stopping, and clearly exiting out without even looking at your products, then there's something that we need to update about the website. Maybe it is too busy. Maybe it is not, professionally, doesn't look professional, not capturing the audience's attention. It will show you if, a lot of customers are adding to the cart and then not checking out. That could possibly tell you something about your shipping. It will give you a full view of what's happening when someone is on your site. And I definitely suggest that, because knowing your audience and your consumers, visitors' behaviors gives you the opportunity to create campaigns, gives you the opportunity to know how to place things. So it's really good for you as well. Next thing is abandoned carts. Listen, if you do not have an abandoned cart strategy going on right now, you are leaving money on the table. I cannot tell you how many times customers come to a website and don't check out for whatever reason. And you don't have a way to go back and say, hey, you left something in the cart, come back and get it. Here's a discount code. Then you're leaving money on the table. And I've dealt with clients who say, well, I really do not want to give out discount codes. Well, you're leaving money on the table. And I get it in the sense of the Fashion Novas and companies like that. Companies like that who've built 7-figure brands, look at it this way. It is better to receive the sale with a discount than not to receive the sale at all. So if a lot of people are leaving, or people are leaving without checking out, you want to have an abandoned cart strategy to get that sale. Okay. Then there is upsell and cross sell. What is this? So upselling is if someone comes to your site and you have a beauty brand. Maybe you have, you sell a certain type of beauty product. Well, when they add it to the cart, if you have an upsell funnel set up, then you can upsell them to not just buy that one product, but purchase a bundle from you. If you are selling services or courses or anything like that, if someone is adding something to the cart because they're coming in for a facial, well, now they're getting the standard facial. Now you can upsell them to a luxury deluxe. Okay. What is cross-selling? So cross-selling is going to be, I have something in the cart. I'm buying some lip gloss. And typically with this lip gloss, it goes well with this particular eyeshadow. Or if you purchase this lip gloss, you may also like this one. Cross-selling is, both of them is going to help raise our average order value. And for upselling, we're going to make more money on the end of, they were coming to buy this one thing, but now they're going to spend more for the bundle. Cross-selling is saying, hey, you were getting just one thing. Now you're leaving with 3, because it's going to show them compatible other things that complement what they're purchasing. Both are great and both help you make more money. Social proof is huge. It doesn't matter what we say. We all, in some form or fashion, buy into social proof. What is it? It's reviews. It is, pictures of, happy customers. It is showing that someone's purchasing this. Someone just bought this. Those things work, okay? It creates a sense of urgency. It creates a sense of, trust between you and the consumer, and it helps to make more sales. And then your basic SEO. SEO is something that's tried and true. It is something that when, we first start doing websites, when we first start having them, this would help someone be able to find you on search engines, so it's search engine optimization. And so it pulls keywords. SEO can be very difficult. It can be very difficult to understand. So the apps that, the one app actually that I'm going to give you makes it very, very, very simple, and it's free. So I am going to tell you about that particular app. And then everyone needs a buy now, pay later. With the state of our economy, with where we are, with how we've come currently, if you do not have buy now, pay later apps on your store, you are leaving money on the table. Last year, we used Sezzle. Is the only one that we offer on our website because they're very great. When it comes to some of the other ones like Afterpay, and some of those are a little bit harder to get. They want you to have your store for a certain amount of time. They want you to make so much money. Sezzle is not like that. They only look for a few different things. And when we get there, we will tell you about that. But we did another over 30K. So now I'm telling you, now it's two different apps I told you about that we've done 30K with last year. So that's $60,000 right there. Okay. So I want for you to understand that if used properly and consistently, these things are going to work for you. Okay. So the first set of apps that we are going to talk about, and we're going to have two different sides. We're going to talk Shopify. We're going to talk Wix. We're going to talk about list building. And so Privy is a very, very, very good one. A lot of people use it, but a lot of people do not use it to its full capacity. Privy is great for your pop-ups, your spin the wheels, those kinds of things. If you are not capturing, you're leaving money on the table, ladies. So when someone comes to your website, there should be a pop-up that captures their email, phone numbers, etc. So for Privy, you can do both. You can capture email and you can capture phone numbers. So it's a really, really good one. And so that's why it's very good to use. And then there's SMS Bump, okay, on the Shopify side. This one is specifically for text messaging, okay? It's specifically for text messaging, and I am going to show you. It's not available on Wix. It is available on Shopify. And so what happens for all of these apps, when you want to get an app, you will log into your dashboard on both Wix and Shopify. You are going to just click on apps, okay? And then you will click for the shop for apps, and you'll be able to search the particular apps that we're giving you. But we don't just tell you about apps that we don't use, okay? We're not just saying something that someone else said. So as you'll see here, a lot of these same apps we use, and some of them that I'm going to tell you about we don't use, because remember that we are a digital, service business. So some of the apps we don't need because we don't sell tangible products. However, you'll see SMS Bump right there, okay? So if I click on that particular app, I am going to just show you, it's going to show you the campaigns and show you what we've been doing. So as you can see here at the top, if you're looking here, we have collected over 255 subscribers via text message. And that's because we just recently started going into text message marketing, okay? Now, I want you to see that it's going to give me just in the last 30 days that this is the revenue that we've received, okay, from our SMS Bump. We've spent $56, but look at what we've made, okay? So this is a really, really good one. Okay. And so we now use the paid plan. You can have a free plan where you don't add money to it. So we use one of the plans where you can add money so that you can send out, all types of text messages with images and all of those things. But you do not have to do that. And trust me, text message marketing without images work just as good. Okay. So it offers a free plan. You just will simply come to, when you have set this up and you've added it to your website, you'll see here, just like right here, Mother's Day is less than a week away. And so you can schedule a campaign if you wanted to send out to your subscribers. What you're going to want to do if you don't already have this set up is once you add it, you are going to just want to add your button, okay, to set it up so that you can collect subscribers. That's what's going to be important, is collecting subscribers, okay? And so you'll click collect subscribers, and then you will be able to create a button. You'll see there, create a button where you can collect your subscribers. It says here we have a live floating button. And so it's collecting all of our subscribers. You can edit it. You can add, whatever information you want to. It's very, very, very simple to use, guys. Okay. And so that's one that I really like. Klaviyo is another one that is available on both Wix and Shopify. Okay. Klaviyo is very, very, very good because what it allows you to do is it allows you to connect with your subscribers according to A and B testing. So like, for example, you can send out 2 different emails and you can see which one customers buy first. And so you'll know, okay, we should use this kind. It also allows you to connect with your customers according to what they purchased. So for example, if someone comes to our website and they purchase a pre-made website, it allows us to, after a week of them have, they've purchased, in 5 to 7 days, we can send out another email saying, how's it going with your website? Did you need an add-on? Do you need assistance with editing your website? Do you need coaching for building your website? Do you need consulting for building your e-commerce business? And so what does that do? It helps us to get repeat customers. So Klaviyo is very good too. It is one that is a little bit more on the expensive side. So what I normally suggest is to start with Privy, start with SMS Bump, and then as you grow, you will go with that. If you have it in your budget, depending on how many subscribers you have, Klaviyo can be good as well. And remember, we are going to have a Q&A, so you can write those questions down. We will give you an opportunity to go over those. Customer behaviors, okay? I love these apps because technology has really given us the opportunity to be able to really, really, really get into our customers' business. Okay. And as a consumer, it makes you like, oh, but as a business owner, it is what you need. Okay. So Lucky Orange is one of them. And then there is Popcorn Replay for Shopify. You literally can download these in the app. So you'll go to the app store, just as I showed you. You'll download the particular app. Both of these offer a free trial, okay? And it will begin to record your visitors ASAP. Just set it up. Do it today because you haven't set an ad yet. Most of you have not. So go ahead, start recording and seeing what your customers are doing when they're coming to your website, okay? For Wix, what you're going to use for customer behaviors is Better Replay. So it's going to be the same thing. You're going to add it to the site. It's going to record your visitors for you. This is pretty cut and dry. You just want to see what your visitors are doing when they're coming to your website. And then you're able to use that information. If customers are clicking on one particular product, but they're not purchasing it, maybe you need to run a promo. Maybe it's a little too expensive. Maybe the product descriptions are not good. This is going to be able to show you all of that. So you want to do this ASAP. Okay. Again, they offer free trials, so you don't have to pay for these. And then you have abandoned carts. Okay. Now to the fun stuff. So Privy, Klaviyo, SMS Bump on Shopify, all of those also offer abandoned cart systems that you can set in place. Now, what I want to tell you is that what's very smart to do in the beginning, because remember my motto is you grow as you go. Okay. So you don't need to have 5 apps that do the same thing. You will utilize the app that you like the best and then utilize all the things it offers. So Privy, Klaviyo, and SMS Bump all offer abandoned cart strategy, abandoned cart emails, and text messages. Now, I do believe that you should have a email list capture and a SMS lead capture. And that's because right now we all know that I have to check my email every day because I run a business and it's a busy business. So we have to be in our emails. However, I don't really check my personal email a lot. I may check it, every other day or so. So you may send something to a consumer and they don't see it right away. Text message, I'm going to have that phone. You may hear it ring a couple of times to hear text messages actually coming through during this lecture because I have it all the time. So that is the best way right now to connect with your consumer. So I do believe you want to have one of the SMS and one of the email capture. Another one on Shopify is a live recover. Now, this is one that I've just started to research and check out, but I love the idea of it. So what happens is this particular one will give you the sense of a live representative working for your company that contacts the customer when they leave something in the cart. So of course it's AI, it's bots, but it will send something to the customer. So if you leave something in there, say, hey, whatever your name is, how you doing? This is V with Don Diva Branding. We noticed that you were looking at our pre-made websites, but you didn't purchase it. Did you need me to see if I can get you a discount code? 9 times out of 10, the consumer is going to say, yes, I would love a discount code. And then the representative will say, okay, I can get you 15, 20, whatever percent that you're offering. You have to approve the percentage off. It closes that sale. So this one is really good. It does have a free trial. I do not suggest using all of your free trials in a time where you're not getting traffic. You want the traffic coming through. So for some of these, hold off until you set your first ad so that you have the traffic coming through to utilize the free trial and see if it's going to work for you. If you have no ads running right now and you're not getting consistent traffic on your site, there's no reason you should be using your free trials right now because it's not going to you're not going to be able to test it against anything. So I would hold off on the ones that offer free trials until you have traffic coming in, which typically is after you start running your ads, okay? If you're already running ads on your website and you're getting consistent traffic, then go ahead. On the Wix side, there's Klaviyo and Privy, and then there's Carty, okay, that it has as well. I prefer Privy on Wix. If you're going to use it, Privy or Klaviyo would be the ones that I suggest if you have Wix, okay? Now, upsell funnels, cross-sell funnels. As you can see, Wix does not have anything in place right now. That does not need to be developer worked with, or it's not coding. It's not going to take you having to use a lot of different coding to add it to your site. So I do not have one that I will suggest for Wix. For Shopify, Honeycomb Upsell is my absolute favorite. I've worked with many ones. I love this one, okay? I am also going to take you into this one and show you ones that might be a little bit more complicated to understand today. I'm going to show you how to work it. Now, remember that what I want for you guys to do is go ahead, guys, while we're on this, for those of you who have the full bootcamp bundle, please go ahead and start downloading these apps tonight so that if you're having difficulties with them, you can drop your questions in the chat and someone can assist you. Okay. Now, so we have funnels. Now look at this. This is going to show us what we've done in the last time that we've used our funnel here. And it's brought us an additional $2,300. So I want you guys to see that we believe in being very transparent, and we don't believe in telling you about stuff that we don't know anything about. So as you can see, we're utilizing these apps ourselves, and we have a 6-figure e-commerce store. So I'm only going to show you what works, okay? And so why I love this is because you can set up your funnel. Okay. Now this one also offers a free trial, and then it's $39 a month after that. Okay. And then you'll see here that if you wanted to do a funnel, okay, it has different plans. So for the one that we're on, it's going to offer this funnel to 100 views. Okay, so 100 people that come to our site will see the funnel. If we upgrade, it will go to more people. Okay, and so you can click on your funnels if you have any going once you get them set up, and it's going to show you what it's doing. Okay, it's going to show you what the funnel is doing, how it's working, the placement of the funnel. And now I'm going to show you what happens if you decide you want to. So let's say, hey, you want to set up a funnel. What if I want to set up a funnel? I'm going to click on new funnel here. And then it's going to give you a step-by-step guide, guys. Okay, it's going to give you a step-by-step guide. Use the tutorials and videos that will be provided. Okay, and what you're going to do is you're going to pick if you were going to have, where would you like your sale to sell more? On the product page, the cart page, the thank you page. Okay, so you get to pick. So we typically do the product and the cart. The thank you page is not one that we typically do. It's recommended for a lot of websites. We like to do it on the cart and the product page, because by the time our customers have finished and get to the thank you page, typically they may not or may go back, and we don't want to chance that. So we do it on the product page. If you're looking at a product, you'll see, hey, customers who purchase this also like this particular item. In the cart, if you have a pre-made in the cart, we're going to upsell you on an add-on. Okay. So you would just click on the one that you want to do, and then it will allow you, let's say we're going to do the cart page. It's going to take you down and ask you to add manually what you want to do, or you can autopilot it and let it do it for you. If you allow it to do it for you, it's going to pull from your sales record. So it's going to pull products that, okay, this sells, people may buy this with this. You should know your store and your consumers more than anybody. So we always recommend to do it manually. Okay. And so when you do it manually, it will cross sell. I've explained to you what that will do, or you can pick upsell. It depends on whichever one you want to do. Okay. It's going to ask you the trigger. You get to pick how you want it to trigger, okay? So customers will see this funnel after they click continue to checkout, okay? Your funnel will be triggered based on these rules. Show for all. Show only for specific products. Show only for specific collections. So you can pick show for all of my products. If you do that, then it will, anytime someone has something, it's going to try and upsell them. We like to do either for specific products or specific collections. So if you have a product that's is selling right now, use that particular one, because you know you get more sales on it. And then you're going to add that product, and then you will upsell or cross sell. If you have something that doesn't move, or you have something that you know goes well with it, then that will be your upsell, and it will allow you to do that. If you choose a collection, you'll get to pick the collection. We will pick pre-made collections all the time, because that's what sells most for us. You'll select your product. I'm not going to go through and do this because it will make it live. You will be able to offer a percentage off. So for example, when you come to our website, if you're purchasing a pre-made, we upsell you, cross-sell you on our add-ons. We're going to give you a 40% off code on add-ons if you purchase a pre-made and add-on at the same time. That gets us from going from $99 to 150, 100, and whatever it's going to be, depending on what you're buying. That raises your average order value. So this works really well, guys. It works really, really, really well. It's a very good one to use, okay? Unfortunately, Wix does not have one. Social proof. I love this category. And I love this category because, like I said before, we all know that consumers are bandwagon purchasers, a lot of them. So if someone else says to them, hey, I like this product, it works well, I loved it when I purchased it, they had good customer service, I received my order in good timing, guess what? Someone will then assist you. Someone will then purchase from your website. So it works very well in raising your sales numbers. And so for Shopify has a free one called Product Reviews that's made by them. It's free, okay? Looks, Loox. It's really, really good, okay? And it is used in the sense of, if I can describe it like anything, it would be like Amazon, where someone can purchase something from you. They can take a picture. So if you are a makeup artist, they got their makeup done, they take a picture, and then they do a review on that particular package. If you sell clothing, they get their order, they put it on, they take a picture, and they can do a review, and it will show them in your product using your services. This is very good, guys, because this works to start getting images of real people in your products using your services. So people will be able to go to that particular product on your page. Does someone have a question? Make sure you mute yourself. Someone will be able to go to that particular product on your page and then see other consumers enjoyed it and liked it, okay? There is the yacht okay? That one is really, really good as well. It is reviews. You can always do pictures as well. If I'm choosing between the two, I like the looks and not the other. But you have to choose and see which works best for you, because of course, these are going to be paid apps, okay? The product reviews is free, so it's a good one to start off with, okay? If your budget is smaller for your marketing, you want to use the free apps first. Remember that all of the free apps, they're going to have their logo on it and all that kind of stuff, but it's a good way to start. We started with free apps as well, okay? Then you have the pop, okay, for Shopify. This is what you will see if you go to our website, and I am going to give you an example here. If you're on the Dime Diva Branding website, okay, you are going to see that right there, someone added something to the cart, they purchased it. This is real. Okay, these are real sales. These are real people on our site looking for things, real purchases. So when you see that, okay, people come onto your site, consumers come, they see that, okay, so this is a legit business. We all know that when you find someone online, the first thing that we're doing is we want to make sure it's a legit company. Okay, especially that's what we get. That's one of the things we get as online entrepreneurs. Is a lot of times people want to make sure we're not scamming them. So here is social proof. People are really adding these things to the cart. People are really purchasing. So I'll tell you a trick. If you say, well, I'm new and I'm not getting sales yet, you won't be able to fake anybody adding anything. It's not going to work. But what you can do is you're able to go to your website and add things to the cart. Have your friends go to the website and add things to the cart. That's a trick in the beginning, and it will show that people have added things to the cart, and it will create a sense of urgency, and it will create a sense of trust. Someone is adding this to the cart. Let me hurry up and buy, especially if you have items that sell out. You are limited to your inventory, and someone purchased this, so okay, let me check it out, okay? Another thing I'll show you while we're here is you'll see here is where we have our SMS bump subscriber. So right here it says join our text VIP club. If someone clicks on that, they can add their information right there. Okay. And so that is where we send out tips and all that kind of stuff via text. So as you can see, it just pops up right here. It's showing you that someone's adding something to the cart. It shows you if someone is purchasing. So that is going to be called Pop. Okay. It's called Pop, and that's for Shopify. For Wix, it's called Sales Pop. And for Wix, for your customer reviews, it's simply called Customer Reviews. Okay. And then we have SEO. Cut and dry. The apps that you want to use for SEO will be right here. You're going to have SEO suite here for Shopify and Rabbit SEO for Wix. Okay. As you can see, they both are free. Rabbit SEO has a free plan available, and SEO suite is free. Okay. So you download these, it will pull keywords for you. It will help you to be seen on get you to the first page of search engines. Okay. And then the last slide for apps is going to be Sezzle. Guys, both Wix and Shopify offer, allow you to integrate Sezzle. It is huge. In the replay email that you receive, for those of you who have the entire bundle, we will send you out the Sezzle links for those of you who are not on Sezzle yet. Now, here's what you want to make sure you do before you apply for Sezzle. You want to make sure that all of your policies are listed on your website. You want to make sure that your shipping information, your shipping policies, all of that is listed on your website. You want to make sure that you have a clear, very, nice website, and you want to make sure that you have products up on your site already. If you do not, you will be denied. Okay. So you want to have products on your site. Now, one of the things that's great about Sezzle is that a lot of companies, when they offer, what it was called back in the day is layaway or things of that sort, is that you don't make the money, you get whatever percentage or whatever the customer's paying. With Sezzle, it works very well because you're going to be able to take that money. If someone comes onto your site, something's $100, it will allow them to pay in full, but it's going to pay you in full. You're going to get your money, and they do deposits in 1 to 2 business days. You're going to get your money, and it's going to just take a percentage. So you'll make, $90 something from that. So you've made money. You could have missed the client. So if the customer, didn't have the money and you didn't offer Sezzle, you would have missed that sale. But because you offer Sezzle, you can still make money. Okay. So our last slide, homework, and in closing, you guys, you need to research these apps yourself, and you need to add them tonight. The ones that you like for homework is adding them to your site, so that if you find that you have any trouble connecting them, setting them up, you can get on with a rep, get assistance in the group chat to help you. Okay, we're going to send tutorials in the replay. We're going to send all of those things for those of you who have the full bundle for this particular boot camp. And you're going to have everything that you need. Guys, add them. Okay, you cannot grow if you're not consistent. Add them. Remember that some of these apps are free, but some of them are not. So consider the cost, okay, in your monthly budget. If you have a monthly budget of $150 to $200 for your marketing, you do not need to go purchase a whole bunch of apps that's going to cost you $125 a month, because you don't have very much to spend on ads. So you want to use most of the free ones, okay? Now, any questions, any concerns, any questions? I am going to allow for any questions that you may have. Does anyone have any questions concerning apps and tools for your website? Awesome. No questions. So what we are going to do is I am going to finish this out. Okay. We are going to close, and then You guys will receive this replay. If you have any questions, if it comes to you, go ahead and send it to us. Drop it in the chat, okay? You guys have a wonderful, awesome day. And it has been wonderful working with you guys. And I will see you guys tomorrow.